51 years ago today, union leader and mob associate Jimmy Hoffa went missing. And weirdly enough, it kind of makes sense. Jimmy was born in Indiana, but moved to Michigan at a young age where he quickly rose to prominence. While working at a Kroger warehouse, he led a strike to help improve overall working conditions, which probably put a bit of a target on his back. So when he got fired, he was quickly scooped up by the Teamsters. At the age of 21, Hoffa began working as an organizer for Local 299, and he got results by threatening to bomb the trucks of companies who wouldn't allow their employees to organize. Now, to be fair, they probably learned this tactic from those very same employers. That being said, this is also exactly why Hoffa became engaged with the mob. Members of the mafia were oftentimes hired as strikebreakers, using violence to break both the bodies and spirits of the working class. Tired of getting his head bashed in, Hoffa came to the conclusion that if you couldn't beat them, you should definitely form an alliance with them. And honestly, it was a pretty smart decision. For a while at least. This alliance not only allowed Local 299 to survive, but expand. As Hoffa grew within the Teamsters, he maintained his connections with the mafia. This would become very important, especially when he established a pension program for his union members. Once the pension fund grew to a sizable amount, he would reinvest that money into other things, such as real estate. For example, he helped fund the construction of Caesar's Palace and a major hospital in Las Vegas. The pension fund became a pseudo-banking system for the mob, where they could get large loans and Hoffa could get consistent income. But this is also where things got dicey. Hoffa had a lot of enemies, especially the Kennedys. They even took him to court in '57, where the jury found Hoffa to be not guilty, which somehow black people got blamed for. Anyways, about a decade later, he did eventually end up in prison, leaving a loyal, uncharismatic man by the name of Frank Fitzsimmons to be the acting president of the Teamsters. Frank wasn't that loyal, and he also opened up the pension vault wide open for the mob. Jimmy was hoping to come back and retake the reins of the Teamsters. Frank and the mob had different plans. Frank was enjoying his extra power, and the mob was enjoying their extra cash. Jimmy disappeared without a trace. Most people suspect a mobster by the name of Frank Sheeran, for financial reasons. Probably. But technically, no one knows what happened to Hoffa. Overall, Jimmy was a complicated figure who was loved by his community and those he supported. Except for the Kennedys. They hated him. And that's your history today.